This week on Camera Talk, again a little trip down like a man in Vietnam memory lane. Part 3 of my Noctilux series. Now I'm going to compare the Noctilux against the Summilux. They're both 50mm, they're both Leica. One's 0.95, one's 1.4. Obvious difference is the aperture, but when it comes down to the the value and the quality of what you get in the bokeh and the whole thing overall, is there a huge difference between the two? Well, let's find out together, huh? So come on down and let's get you some. All right, see you.
Here I am, Vietnam. Rain is always coming down.
This is Camera Talk with Dr. Scott. All right, as the intro said, we're on part 3 of looking at the Noctilux. You know, we've compared it. Well, first we showed it alone, standalone. It's an excellent lens, right? It's expensive, but it's an excellent lens. We compared it to the TT Artisan 50mm 0.95. What did you think about that, right? And if you didn't see that video, go back and watch it before you watch this one.
Are we clear?
And if you didn't see the standalone one, go back and watch that one too.
Are we clear?
And then catch up with this one. So this week we're comparing it to its baby brother, the Summilux. So it's not a Noctilux, it's a Summilux. And they're both excellent lenses, but each one is kind of has its thing. So let's talk about that. They're very similar in age. The Noctilux was launched in 2008, and it was designed by Peter Carba. Price tag wise though, $12,900 US. Oh my God.
What the fuck?
The Summilux 50mm 1.4 aspherical. They both have spherical, by the way. Aspherical. This one was designed in 2004. So this is older, 4 years older than the Noctilux, but also designed by Peter Carba. Made better. That's what Peter was good at. Takes something that's already great and makes it greater. So maybe we could use a little of him in America, huh? Since making America great again, it wasn't quite what it was made out to be. So maybe we can invite Peter to help us out with that. But this Noctilux, that's the Noctilux. This Summilux is pretty darn good, but it's not $12,900. It's brand new, $4,500, $4,600, depending on where you're going to get it from. Now you can get it used for a lot cheaper as well, maybe about $3,000 or so, somewhere in that range. This one, $12,900. You can get brand new for that. You can get it used somewhere $8,000, $9,000 range. So even used, there's a pretty big variance between the two. So are they both fantastic lenses? Yeah, they're both bokeh kings. They're both sharp. I mean, they're both Leicas. I mean, that's the one thing. The other ones we were comparing, to TT Artisan or whatnot, but this is Leica to Leica, head-to-head kind of thing. And obviously 0.95 can't compare to 1.4, but click, this becomes a 1.4 at that stage. So we can compare this to the Summilux, and that's basically what we're going to do. Now, talking about them as far as build quality goes, they're both excellent. Hey, they're Leicas.
I love Leica.
What can I say about that? They both feel great. They're both smooth. They both hold their focus. They're actually very similar in design too. 8 elements in 5 groups, 8 elements in 5 groups. Close focus, as I said last time, 1 meter. Not very good there, Mr. Noctilux. Super expensive. Summilux, 70 millimeter. Most of the rangefinder are 70 millimeter range. That's pretty common. Blades, 11 blades, pretty good. 9 blades, also pretty good. Even though these ones, these ones are straight, these ones are curved, but they're not curved in a way like the TT Artisan was, is keeping it circular all the way through. The Summilux is very similar to the Noctilux, as in wide open, round bokeh balls. But you don't see round bokeh balls again until f16 on both of these. So you're going to get, little edges on things as you stop down. So, but again, that's not why you buy these. You don't buy these for stop down anyway. I mean, ask Peter himself, will tell you. These things are designed to shoot wide open. So shoot them wide open. If you're going to go outside with them in the daylight, of course, shooting wide open is going to be a challenge because everything will get blown out. ND filters. That's why God created ND filters, right? Use them, and then you can shoot wide open and everything will be cool. They're little sunglasses for your lenses, yeah? Weight-wise, obviously big difference there. 760, as they say, heavy, heavy, heavy. 335, half of his weight. And when it's on your M10 or something, you can walk around with that all day, no big deal. You put it on your Sony A7R II. So with an adapter, no big deal. Again, you can carry that sucker around with you all day. So they're super duper couple of lenses. They have built-in hoods. The same design. You pull them out, give them a little shift to the side, and locks them in there, right? Advisable to do that when you're out and about with your lens anyway. Not only just to avoid unnecessary stray light, but helping protect your glass at the end. Sure, I mean, you can scratch them and you can get them replaced, but why do that? Just protect them in the first place, and they'll last you. Well, they'll outlast you. Maybe your children can use them after you. So again, the Noctilux is the same thing. It's a pull out hood, little shift to the side, and again, it's protection, especially for this one. It's so expensive. You want to protect that as much as you can. So anyway, built-in hoods, can't complain about that. They do you well. Lens covers, they come lens covers and everything. Plastic, there's a E60, this plastic lens. I could push the lens or the hood all the way down. But the plastic cover, again, for $13,000, you figure you'd get something a little nicer than a plastic cover, wouldn't you? Leica, if you're listening, plastic cover, come on now.
It actually really, really sucks.
Even the TT Artisans, I still have it sitting out here. Metal, for again $755 brand new, and you get a metal lid for that. So come on, Leica, pick up the game here and give us a better bang for the buck, so to speak. Summilux also has a plastic, push on lid, but again, it's only $4,000 compared to it, so you can kind of get away with that. So go with it. Now, again, shots of the end of the Canon M50 that I used to film these videos with. I'll show you focused in on the nameplate. So here's the Noctilux. One at 0.95. Here's the Noctilux at 1.4. And then here's the Summilux at 1.4. See any difference between the two? And as usual, everybody comes here to see photos of Dylan, right? Dylan's my little model. Aww. So let's get into that now. Here's some shots of Dylan with the Noctilux 0.95. And at 1.4 to make it fair to the Summilux. And then here's Dylan with the Summilux at 1.4. And to top all that off, you know, let's look at some random photos of both, you know, of stuff out on the street, stuff, you know, out in the world, other portraitures and maybe cars and, you know, whatever else, random stuff anyway, to just show you what both lenses can do. Let's do a side-by-side comparison, kind of like we did with the TT Artisan. So I'm going to show you some 1.4 to make it fair again. The Noctilux at 1.4 and then the Summilux at 1.4, and see if you can really spot the difference. So here's that. And I'll give you the kind of the answer to that at the end of the video. I'll post a little answer to the which one was it, A or B or C or D, you know, we'll go with it. Can I recommend these lenses? Well, again, for the color rendition, the sharpness, the out of focus background, the 3D pop, all the wonderful things that you hear about Leica lenses. Both of these have them in spades and handfuls and bucketfuls and all that great stuff. So could I recommend them? Yes. If you've got the money for it, sure, get this one. You're not going to carry it around with you very often. So, you know, I mean, if you got, what do they call that, disposable income.
Oh, yes.
That you don't care about 13,000, yeah, whatever, just buy one. Hey, why not buy a couple of them? Get the 75, 1.25 Noctilux too while you're at it. It's even more expensive than this one. But hey, why not pick it up? But if you're, you know, again, in Leica world, nothing's cheap anyway. But if you're looking for a more budget Leica lens that can give you the same type of thing as the Noctilux, then the Summilux is the thing. I mean, they're both aspherical. They both have the floating element at the end. You know, again, they have so much in common with each other. It's, you know, as I said, it's almost like they're the same thing. They're from the same family, that's for sure. Big brother, little brother kind of thing. So highly recommended. You know, if you're into the Leica world anyway, it's highly recommended. So
9 doctors out of 10 doctors probably agree.
So last but not least, but not really last, is my little plug for Luminar, is my software that I use for editing my photos. I always recommend everybody, you know, tweak your photos in a little bit of way, unless you just happen to have a perfect photo the way it is coming out of camera. But a lot of photos can benefit from a little tweak here and there. So again, Luminar is what I use. Luminar AI and Luminar Neo. The AI is artificial intelligence, but Neo incorporates artificial intelligence with it. You know, they're great. You know, the artificial intelligence is the thing to people like me who are a little on the I don't want to say lazy, but sure, lazy.
I don't like your jerk-off name. I don't like your jerk-off face. I don't like your jerk-off behavior. And I don't like you. Jerk-off.
I want to just hurry up and get my editing done. So the artificial intelligence is great because the things you click on can analyze your photo and make recommendations, and you either accept them or tweak them the way they are. So a couple of the new things that Luminar Neo is doing is they have 3 new features that they're trying out. One is the Powerline Removal, whereas then you don't need to do any brushing. You just click, it analyzes your photo, recognizes power lines, and voila, gone. As easy as that. Do you have a dirty sensor?
You are a dirty girl.
Now, of course, if you shoot wide open all the time, you'll never know anyway. But, you know, if you stop down, you may start to see dust spots and things on your photos from little dust on your sensor. Well, again, click of the button, software analyzes your photo, whoop, gone. And the last feature is relighting. I mean, you can have your light come from different places if it's not quite the way it is in your intention in your photo. You want to move the light from here to there, from front to back. You want to maybe strengthen it there and lessen it over here, or so forth and so on. You can kind of move it around. So that's kind of a cool feature in itself. May not use it all that often, but it's still it's a good feature to have. And the best part of it all is it's fairly economical. I mean, it's only, you know, $60, $70. And if you want to get a copy for yourself, click below and you can save $10. It helps the little kickback for me to get $10. But it also, you know, changes your price from 60 or 7 to 50 or 60, you know, depending on what it is at the time you buy it. So do yourself a favor and get a copy, and it's yours for life. You download it, it's on your computer, do whatever you want with it. But you don't need any monthly subscriptions or anything like that. So it's cool. It does all kinds of cool things. And, you know, it gives all the other big name brands a run for the money. And so that is that. And what else can I say besides, why not support my channel, huh? Subscribe. And since Dylan's not here to, well, he's there, but he's not here to also ask for a subscription, so on his behalf, subscribe. And third time's a charm, just in case you weren't listening there. Are you listening now? Subscribe. That's right, subscribe to our channel. Help expose us to the world. And give us a thumbs up while you like it too, because you know the algorithm loves thumbs up, and we love the thumbs up girls. And last but not least, stay safe out there. It's a COVID world. Don't get COVID, even if it's a mild case. It sucks anyway. Why not? It's like, don't get a cold, or don't get the flu, or don't get anything else. But if you get one of the nasty ones, the deltas or anything else that still might be wandering about out there in the world, that could end up with not a happy ending.
Oh shit, okay. Oh my god.
So it could kick your butt. So take care, and remember, this was Modesty Photography. You know, we're all about saving you money, showing you new tips and tricks about photography for the beginners out there. We talk about lenses, we talk about cameras, we talk about photography techniques and just stuff. So come on back next week, because this was Camera Talk with Dr. Scott. And yeah, remember, everybody who comes here belongs here, right? You belong here. That's right. So we'll see you in the next video, okay? So take care of yourself, and we will see you next week. All right, bye-bye.